You see, if you can implement this one little trick in your fitness journey, when you build your physique, if you can do this, you will attract 10 times more women than you already do, if you attract any women at all. Because let's be real, right? The guy who's super jacked, he's not guaranteed to attract any women. He may have a better chance than if he wasn't, but the reality is there is a certain nuance to all of this, that if you can master this, you will be seen as way more charismatic, you'll be seen as way more attractive, and you'll have women of higher calibers approaching you more. And the reason that this works is, one, everybody who gets into fitness, everybody who transforms their physique, not everybody, but a lot of them, they end up making it their whole personality. It's the gym bro effect, right? You start to talk only about macros. You're laser focused on everything that's related to fitness. You don't turn it into a lifestyle. And we all know this, fellas. If you want to attract women, you have to have an attractive lifestyle. Not just an attractive look, but your lifestyle also has to match it. And this doesn't mean that you're a big baller and you're going and you're traveling to all these places, you have expensive shit. That's not the answer. The answer is you have to have an exciting life. And you have to make fitness something that is exciting, that will inspire other people to do it. Because what happened with me was that when I finally got in shape, but I turned it into a lifestyle and I integrated it into my entire just day to day, rather than talking about it, I was doing it. I actually attracted more women to want to also get in shape and also live that lifestyle, which then they looked at me like a leader. And I then became somebody that they were attracted to, because they were like, how is he able to do all this and still make it look fly, make it look cool? He still dresses well. He finds a way to be able to dress in a way that looks good for his physique, which then enhances his physique. Because I always say this, and it's true, fellas, your physique is simply just an amplifier. And the reality is, a lot of these guys who have money don't realize that the missing link is, once you have the money, yeah, you may have the lifestyle. Once you build the physique and you can integrate that health, that fitness side into your entire life, you become far more attractive. You start to glow a lot more. People start to pay attention to you a little bit more. Now, the guys who, let's say they don't have money and they only have the physique, they don't realize that, well, if you only have the physique, you should try to use that to then amplify your life when it comes to business. You should get into the business world. You maybe should get into sales. You should probably start your own business, be a spokesperson, be a CEO, because you have the look of that. You have the look of a leader. You have to be able to use things hand in hand and weave them together so that you can be the most attractive version of yourself. Because here's the thing, if you're going out and you're just talking about macros, you're just talking about all these things that nobody actually gives a fuck about. Because if you've ever understood this, people don't care about the process. Women don't care about your process. They don't. They care about the destination. They care about the fantasy that's in their head. They care about, for example, you going to luxury gyms, or you going to train in different locations, you going to find the best clothing that fits you and like really making it a lifestyle, going to this health lounge, going to like this specific area, this health food store. Like, these are the different lifestyle changes that you can make, that not only will you attract better women, but you'll be surrounded by better women, higher quality women, because women who tend to be of higher quality care about their health. The women who are of lower quality tend to not care about their health. And you can tell, right? She may look good because obviously she's a female, and yes, maybe she was born like that, but the women who genuinely like incorporate fitness into their life, if you find these women, you're gonna be far more attractive to them when you look good, but you also don't make it your whole personality. So I'll tell you guys how to do this, right? The first thing you have to, this is the biggest shift that you can make. By the way, this will literally change the entire game when it comes to dating for you. You have to get to a point where it almost looks effortless. You training, you doing all these different things, that's the grind in the background. And then you systemize it to a point where it doesn't take over your life. Maybe it's 4 hours of your week that you commit to fitness, right? And your diet tends to be something where you can eat specific types of food throughout the week, and then maybe on the weekend you can go out to a place and not worry about macros, not worry about anything, and you're still losing weight or you're still building muscle. You get your metabolism to a certain point where it doesn't matter. This makes you very charismatic, because when you go out in social circles and you look like you're in shape, you are in shape, and you also are eating certain things that people wouldn't expect you to eat. You're talking about certain things because you have life experiences, because you don't just live in the gym. When you're doing these things, people will start to be more attracted to you. Women will start to be more attracted to you because you seem different. You have this fitness stuff taken care of, but it's not your entire life. You have hobbies. You maybe have a business that you're running that you can talk about with other men, right? Which then they respect you more. No man respects the gym, bro. They may respect your discipline, but they still see you as a fucking peon. Because that's all you do. That's all you talk about. The gym. And I used to be that guy, right? But then when I realized, oh, I already have my fitness routine on lock. I already have the physique that 99% of people want. I'm already ahead of 99% of people. I need to start developing other areas of my life, which is where I talk about being multidimensional. But again, you can only be multidimensional when you built that system for your physique, right? Everything else after that becomes noise. Right? Or everything else before that is just noise. Once you build the physique, okay, cool. Now let's move on to the next thing. Let's master this thing. Let's build a system around that. Let's build a system around a business so I can start to make money. Because if you're jacked and you're rich, you're way better than just a jacked guy. That's a fact. I'm just telling you guys the truth. If you're just jacked, you have an advantage over a lot of people physically, of course. But you also have a disadvantage when it comes to your lifestyle because you don't have the money to be able to access these different things, to be around women who are actually at a point where, they want to be in that environment. Like going to Equinox makes sense if you're in shape because you're going to be around women who are more health conscious. You're going to be around higher quality women, of course, right? It doesn't make sense when you're broke because you don't have the money to do it. You know what I mean? So you have to get to a point where now you've transcended just your physique, but you still have that as your calling card. It still signifies discipline. You can still turn your body into a status symbol. But the only way you do that is by breaking out of the gym bro phase, breaking out of that obsessive phase, and using it to amplify other areas of your life. This is how women are going to be more attracted to you. This is why the guys who are in shape but know how to go out, know how to dress, know how to wear simple clothing, because when you're in shape, you can wear simple. I'm wearing a black shirt. Granted, yeah, it's design or whatever, but nobody cares about that shit. Look at how it looks. Look at how it fits me. This is what people care about. You know what I mean? Your face glows. You have less fat on your face. All of these things signal that you're an attractive individual that women will want to be around. So you have to be well-rounded when it comes to this type of stuff. And if you already have the money, you already have a leg up. Now you just have to invest in buying your time back by having somebody literally put a system together for you to get in shape. Because it can only take 3 months. You can't get rich in 3 months. Let's be real. It takes time, but you can build a physique in 3 months. And some people are like, well, if I want to attract women, does it mean that I have to go get money first? No. You have to build your physique and have the ambition of getting money. You don't need to have the money right away. If you have it, you should leverage that money to build your physique to maximize your stats and start to go out and start to talk to people outside of just the gym, outside of talking about your favorite protein shake and shit. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. Women don't care about that. Women only care about that when it seems cool. I've always made fitness a cool thing. This is why I blew up. Like, one of my videos just hit 1 million views. I just make fitness cool. That's my thing. I don't make it this boring shit where it's like, well, let's talk about macros and let's talk about the do's and don'ts of fitness. And no, I make that shit cool because I show you the destination. I show you what it can give you. I show you the lifestyle around it. Y'all see in the video that I drop on tomorrow in Dubai, like, yeah, when you have an aesthetic physique, your life becomes like a fucking movie if you know how to leverage it correctly. And when you get around these guys who are rich, because I'm always around the guys who are rich, you start to stand out because one, you're in their social circle, but at the same time, you look better than them. And subconsciously, they know when they go to play. This is where you can beat out rich guys when it comes to like actually attracting women. Because when these rich guys go out and they have the McLaren, they have the fucking G-Wagon, they have all these things, they have the Ferrari. When they step out, I've seen this shit, I saw this shit in Dubai, it was absolutely insane. When they step out, the first thing that people look at is the car And then if they have a woman, the woman, they don't see the guy and he feels that shit. So there's a lot of insecurities that rich people won't tell you that they have about their bodies and about how they take care of their health. And they make excuses like, oh, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. You as a guy, let's say you're coming up, if you can just maximize that physique side of things and you can start to weave into these social circles and you can start to build a business to build a reputation for yourself, because that's what I did with my tech company. I was a tech entrepreneur who happened to be jacked. I wasn't a jacked guy who happened to be a tech founder. I literally made my identity around the mission that I had at that time versus the transformation I made with my body, right? Which then made me 10 times more attractive, juxtaposition, right? Because when you have the physique, people will assume that maybe you're not that smart. But the minute that you can show some intelligence and you can show some charisma and you can show some accomplishments, you now become 10 times more attractive. Your sex appeal goes up. Your value towards other men goes up. Everything goes up from there. So remember that. Always use your physique to get what you want out of life versus always anchoring everything around like, oh, it's just the physique. I need it. No, that's not what you need. You need to worry about systemizing it to where it runs as a background to your life versus being the forefront. Now, if you're already rich, look at Gunna, for example. This is a good example. Gunna became significantly more attractive, not because he's rich. Let's be real. He became significantly more attractive. He got more sex appeal, and I'm sure he has even more women than he did before because now he's the embodiment of fitness. He got in shape. He transcended the whole fitness shit because he's a rapper or he's an artist that makes really good music that's well known. But now that he's in shape, he's 10x'd his fucking attraction levels. Now he's a whole different specimen. But again, it's juxtaposition. Who would have thought a rapper from Atlanta that was so focused on getting money, that was fat as fuck, is now in incredible shape, building run clubs, social scene, right? Doing all these things. How does that connect? That's the attraction. That's what's gonna 10x your attraction to a woman, is the juxtaposition. The typical business guys are fat as fuck or they're out of shape. If you're somebody who you can start to make money and you can get in shape, that is a juxtaposition. And you can use that juxtaposition to 10x your attraction. And there's some people who won't understand this because they're not in that fold. They're not in that mix. But there's a lot of people in this audience that will understand exactly what I'm saying. And if you can internalize this and you can apply this shit, bro, you won't have a problem with women ever. You won't. You'll have so much confidence in yourself. You'll be somebody who's capable. You'll be somebody who has the physicality, who also has the finances to back it up. You'll literally be a walking fucking Batman. Literally. People will literally just idolize you because you have your shit together. But there's a lot of people who they go for one or the other and they miss out on that. You can be both. You can be jacked and rich. That's the fucking best duo you can have as a man, and have the swag and have the charisma, which essentially just means you're true to yourself. You are who you are. All of your insecurities are pretty much strengths at that point. You turn your insecurities into strengths. That's the whole entire mission if you want to be as attractive as humanly possible to women. You got to get to a point where you have all three of these. You have the confidence, you have the money, and you have the body. And the easiest thing to do, the easiest thing to have for yourself is the body. If you have the framework and if you have the actual path to do it. It's that simple. It's extremely simple. If you're broke, this is the easiest time to get in shape. If you're rich, this might be the hardest time. Because now you don't have the time. You don't have the time to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And everybody's giving you a bunch of bullshit online on like, okay, do this specific thing, do this specific thing. You don't have a specific framework. If you're broke, you have the time to go on YouTube and look up the best shit, all that. Utilize your time now if you are broke to do that shit. If you're rich, utilize the money to then be able to just get the clarity and get exactly the instructions to get in the best shape of your life. It's that fucking simple. When you're broke, you have more time, so you leverage time. When you're rich, you have more money, you leverage money to be able to get everything that you want. And that's the type of man, the man that has it all, is who all women will be attracted to. All. I'm married at this point, but if I was ever single, this shit would, It will be the easiest thing. It's easier than ever because guys nowadays are just one-dimensional. They just have one good thing about them, and that's what they anchor their entire identity around. The guys who are well-rounded, who are in shape, who also have a business going on, who also have a good network of guys that they're around, who have a good lifestyle, they can travel because they have the money, and they look good when they travel because they have the body. They're the guys who are going to clean up shop, and they are the 1% that will take 99% of the women out of the market. And the guys who can't do this shit, they get stuck with nothing. You can't be average anymore. You got to get to a point where you're well-rounded. You're like literally like top 10% in all categories. That's it. That's sexual market value in a fucking nutshell. But I hope this was valuable for you. I'm excited for you guys to see this vlog coming out tomorrow. If you haven't clicked the notification button, hit the notification button to be notified when this drops. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern European time, which is essentially 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the vlog will drop. Everything that I've been talking about, all of the videos that you guys have watched around fitness, around mindset, around masculine, all this shit, it will be completely in display. So you can see I actually live the life that I talk about. I'm not a capper. I'm not sitting in my fucking mom's basement giving you guys game. I'm in the field. That's what I want to show you guys. So again, I hope this was valuable. Again, links will be in the description if you want to tap in with me in any which way, shape, or form. I'm at a point where now I'm a businessman, right? I'm a content creator, of course. I create content around helping you guys become the best version of yourselves, of course. But now I realize the business, a real business, not just like little like, oh yeah, like mentorship here. I'm capped at that. I got like 12, almost 13 guys now, one-on-one. I'm literally, I barely have time to make videos with this shit. But having a real business, a fitness business specifically, to help guys who have money, who don't have the body, that's the best fucking route to go. For me personally, building a real business, again, right? All the whole like mentorship shit, that's all consulting. That's not an asset you can sell. There's no systems, there's no processes with that. This shit will be literally a conveyor belt for guys who want to get in elite shape, because I've done it for hundreds of guys, to go through the process to get in elite shape as fast as humanly possible. With my help, I'll be at the front run. But that's what I'm doing. There'll be more to that coming, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope this shit helped you guys understand a little bit more about attracting women using your physique and leveraging that shit as best as humanly possible. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.